So Lao, you Isan people. If you grew up in Thailand, you are probably all too familiar with derogatory remarks like this. Beneath the land of smiles image that the world is familiar with, deep down in society, discrimination has been deeply rooted in the culture for over a century. When we hear slurs like I Lao, I Jek, I Bang, or the mockery of various marginalized groups, people might think it's a personal trait or lighthearted joke. But in reality, this discrimination didn't just stem from ordinary people casually insulting each other. It is the product of state policies from the nation-building process and past governments attempting to define who is true Thai and who is an outsider. This entire story began to take shape intensely during the era when Siam started opening up the country and confronting Western powers. Back in the late 18th to the early 19th centuries, Siam was not centralized like this. They were feudal. Bordering kingdoms like Lan Na in the north, Lan Sang in the northeast, or Patani in the deep south were merely tributary states with the freedom to govern themselves. They had their own rulers and only had to ceremoniously send gold and silver trees as tribute to Bangkok. Before the last quarter of the 19th century, Central Thai still refers to their north and northeastern regions as Lao. However, when France and Britain began asserting their dominance in the ASEAN region, Siam has to survive by creating a modern nation-state like others. King Rama V reformed the administration into a centralized prefecture system, consolidating power from local regions to Bangkok. This is what historians call internal colonialism. In the early stages of establishing the prefecture system, Siam still used names that clearly reflected ethnicity, such as establishing Lao Xiang Prefecture in the north and Lao Kao Prefecture in the northeast. But problems began to arise when France seized the left bank of the Mekong River and appeared ready to continue to claim the right bank by arguing that the population there were also Lao people. To prevent the loss of territory, the Siamese government forced everyone to band together by abolishing the use of the word Lao in official documents and declaring that we are all Thai together. Prefecture names were changed. For example, Lao Xiang Prefecture was changed to Payap Prefecture, and Lao Kao Prefecture was changed to Isan Prefecture. They also mandated that these groups of people be called Thai Isan or Northern Thai instead. This included modifying various historical documents to tie the marginalized lands more closely to the center. For example, the first king of Lan Na, Phaya Mangrai, whose name sounded a bit too Burmese, was given a new DNA test and renamed to Pokhun Meng Rai to sound more similar to Pokhun Ramgamhaeng of Sukhothai. This was done alongside banning the study of local alphabets, forcing everyone to learn only standard Central Thai. Everyone who couldn't speak clearly or live in the remote areas were viewed as backward and rustic. As for the slurs for the Chinese, while Siam was trying to centralize power and build nation-state, it had also begun the abolition of slavery. This caused Siam to face a massive labor shortage. At the same time, mainland China was in flames due to a major drug lord invasion, and a young man who studied too hard. After failing his exams, he hallucinated himself into the younger brother of Jesus Christ. This caused the Chinese to slaughter each other, resulting in over 30 million deaths. The Siamese government during the time thus opened its door to a large number of Chinese people fleeing death and starvation, bringing them into work as coolies, trading labor for rice, digging canals, and building railways in Siam. But when coolies and Chinese merchants flooded into Thailand, they began to control the economy and their bargaining power steadily increased. In the early reign of King Rama VI, when Siam increased the Chinese alien labor fee to 6 baht, a major Chinese strike occurred in Bangkok, bringing the city economy to a halt. This incident greatly panicked the Siamese elite, making King Rama VI realize that the Siamese state has allowed aliens to have too much influence. He then initiated nationalist propaganda policies to build unity and handle the Chinese problem. He authored political essays under the pseudonym Aswapahu, with a major work being The Jews of the Orient, to attack the behavior of Chinese people in Siam. He compared the Chinese to Jews in Europe to 3 main points. First, when in Rome, they refused to do as the Romans do. No matter where they live, they still consider themselves Chinese, extracting benefits to send back to their fatherland. Second, looking down on other races. They hold attitudes exalting their own race as superior and look down on those outside their culture as barbarians. Third, blood-sucking merchants. He strongly criticized the Chinese for being greedy, aiming only to amass wealth for themselves and exploiting locals without regards for ethics. He also translated Shakespeare's play The Merchant of Venice, which featured a blood-sucking Jewish merchant character who demands a pound of flesh for a debt, clearly reinforcing the theme of greed. In addition, there was the essay series Mud on the Wheels, which criticized values holding back national progress. To call for citizens to possess true Thainess, be loyal to the nation, and not act merely as residents who only come to extract benefits. As time passed, the 1932 Siamese Revolution led by the Khana Rasdawan occurred. Although the absolute power of the monarchy ended, nationalist ideologies didn't disappear. Instead, they were even upgraded. Time went by until the lead up to World War II, when Field Marshal Plek Pibun Songkram stepped up as Prime Minister. He likely foresaw that if Siam still looked rustic and backward, we would face economic and cultural interference from various major powers. Therefore, he had the ambition to build a civilized nation with culture on par with Westerners, much like his idol, Mussolini. In 1939, the government felt the name Siam was merely a territorial name containing a mix of Thai, Lao, Muslim, and Chinese people. There were no Siamese ethnicity. Thus, it was changed to Thailand, to boldly declare that this land belongs exclusively to Thai people. This was the beginning of the State Convention mandates, which requested voluntary cooperation for everyone to be Thai according to a blueprint set by the central government. If you didn't comply, the police would send you home. For example, overhaul your wardrobe, throw out your archaic clothes. Men must wear suits and hats, and women must wear skirts. If you didn't dress neatly, the police wouldn't let you board a tram. Even Malay Muslim has to dress like this and use the Thai language, disregarding religious principles. Furthermore, the government ordered the removal of racial categories in official documents. There were no longer Thai Islam, Thai Chinese, or Thai Lao. From now on, everyone was equally Thai. The Chinese middle class became a primary target. The government ordered the closure of Chinese schools and Chinese newspapers and requested cooperation to change their Chinese surnames. Well, you didn't have to change it, but you would lose the right to attend good schools or work in civil service. Many Chinese people had to abandon their traditional surnames and adopt lengthy new surnames in exchange for the right to make a living. Field Marshal Plek perfectly established the standard of what constitutes a true Thai through laws and state policies. Making everyone a true Thai by forcing them to abandon their own roots like this was a crucial tool that allowed the state to eliminate differences and rapidly build unity. This officially turned marginalized people who failed to assimilate or others into second-class citizens in their own country, such as the Hmong and the Muslims. Even though a long time has passed and the era of Field Marshal Plek has ended, the seeds of true Thainess that the Siamese state constructed over a long time has already taken deep root in the subconscious of Thai society. These prejudices have been reproduced over and over again, especially through central state entertainment, media, and the education system. Isan and Northern people become stereotype characters in dramas, where if they aren't servants, they are comedic reliefs, mocked for their accents and naivety. People of Chinese descent are often tied to the image of blood-sucking tycoon or stingy shop owner, symbolizing cunningness. These things have caused us to absorb the insulting and mocking of marginalized people, turning it into mere comedic jokes. We forget that this isn't our personal nature, but rather a policy legacy where the state spent over 100 years erasing diversity to create a unified image under the term True Thai, elevating Bangkok identity above all else. As long as we don't care to confront this historical truth, the mask of the Land of Smiles will remain just the smile of the victor, standing on the erasure of marginalized people identities. What about you? Have you ever been a victim of this kind of mockery, or caught yourself repeating historical stereotypes in your own culture? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to comment and share your experiences below.